He's a lovely fellow, later on. Now it's time to greet our first guest. Will you do the honours? Our first guest on the Priory. Welcome her. Will you, Jamie, please?
I shall indeed. This actress became the world's most famous person to be on a sinking boat since the Cambridge University crew in the 1975 boat race. Her hands are the same size as Marilyn Monroe, and if she had one wish, she'd wish for Reading to be moved slightly to the left. She's the best actress in the world. It's Kate Winslet!
I think they like you, Kate. I have to say, it's a first guest.
Cosy in here.
It is very cosy, isn't it? I'm sitting on our laps here.
I've
I've been looking forward to saying this question to somebody since I got married myself. How's married life treating you, Kate?
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Do you like it?
It's a lovely place to be,
It's a lovely place to be.
How was your day? Did you get any of your photos now?
Oh, it was great. And the biggest laugh of all was that we had our reception in a pub.
I know,
so
bangers and mash.
Bangs and mash.
Well, I do have to say that I'm quite inspired the way you handled it, because you were one of the first celebs who didn't do the big OK, hello thing.
And nor did you.
Good on you.
And I love that you didn't either.
So, now, the first film I ever saw you in was Heavenly Creatures. After that, you did Sense and Sensibility, and then there was Jude and Hamlet. Now, your career was doing incredibly well, but of course, suddenly you did Titanic and blew you onto the front pages, absolutely everywhere. When you took the job, did you realise it was going to be so huge?
Had absolutely no idea. Had no idea. I just thought, I loved the script, I loved the whole sort of atmosphere of the film, and I just wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to play an American for the first time, so that was my sort of feeling and reasons behind doing it. And then there was Mr. DiCaprio.
Of course,
and he was
then when you met him, did you fancy him when you first met him?
No, I didn't.
Did you believe him?
I'm sorry, girls, but I didn't.
That's
I
what
just
you
didn't.
Say. No, you really didn't.
I really didn't. I really didn't.
Do you still see Leo?
I bumped into him, funnily enough, this is very strange, hadn't seen him for 2 years. We speak every now and then. Bumped into him in a pub.
Really?
He was just there, in this pub, yeah. He was just out with a bunch of mates, and I have to say it was really good to see him, because all I'd known of Leo since Titanic was everything I'd read in the papers. And he said to me, oh, you know, you should never believe any of that, blah, blah, blah. And he was exactly the same. Silly, funny Leo. He's
Cute.
a really funny, great guy, I
think you're the only woman. Does anyone? You must all fancy him. You fancy Leo?
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe it's gone off the boil a bit by the sounds of things. Now, obviously, Titanic did lead to an Oscar nomination, and it really did go mad after that for you. Did you suddenly get a rush of offers from, you know, the big place we call Hollywood?
There was, yeah, big place we call Hollywood. There was a lot of stuff that was coming over, and it was amazing, really. And I just couldn't believe that I was suddenly in this position where I had to choose what film I did. I mean, you know, it's rare for an actor to feel that, but certainly for a British actor. So it was just kind of, I didn't know what to do, couldn't believe it was all happening, and I just remember thinking, no, I've really got to remember that, you know, I'm doing this job because I love it, and not for any other reasons.
What was the most ridiculous thing you got offered after that? Because I imagine the offers flooded in.
Oh, don't like to name names or be specific or anything, but there were a lot of sort of slasher things, and lots of parts playing the girlfriend, and lots of kind of mad women, mad roles, women who went mad. And I thought, well, you know, does everyone think I'm completely mad?
I know. What about this? Because I know the press give you a really hard time, but what about your weight and stuff? And I think you have to agree, Kate, you have a fantastic figure. You have obviously nothing to worry about at all. But what about this? What about the sprout diet? Now, I read that you'd gone on a rushed sprout diet.
Can I just say, girls never do diets. Pointless. Don't do diets. Throw the scales out the window. Get rid of those weighing scales. No, this Brussels sprout diet thing was so untrue. What had happened was I was making a film in Australia last year, Holy Smoke, and I was in the middle of nowhere, red sand desert. Nearest shop was 3 hours drive away. So driving to the place, I thought, well, I'll stop off and I'll, you know, stock up on my supplies. And I walked into the shop and I was so far away from home, and I thought, oh, Brussels sprouts. I don't know why, I don't even really like them. So I saw these huge Brussels sprouts, bought them, went to the town, and there was a little cafe, and I went in and I said, you wouldn't mind just giving me a coffee and cooking up these Brussels sprouts, would you? That was it. I was on a Brussels sprout diet.
It was so ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous where these stories come from. Now, I know you've been very busy since, obviously, you did Hideous Kinky, you got married, then you've done a film with Harvey Keitel, Holy Smoke, which comes out next year.
Comes out in February, and it's my first completely contemporary role. I got out of the corsets, playing a young 20-year-old Australian girl. So that was lots of fun, and we'll see what that's like.
Harvey Keitel, scary guy, because I met him once and he was quite
frightening. I didn't find him too scary, actually. A lot of people have said to me, oh, you know, it could be, Could be scary, could be not, wasn't quite sure. A bit of that De Niro type thing going on. But no, I found Harvey really great to work with. He's a lovely man, he's a real gentleman, and he's an exciting actor because he does a lot of improvising, which I sort of really loved.
Okay.
So
now you brought some Polaroids in of your week. We're going to ask all our guests on the show to bring in Polaroids. There's you on your birthday, which was about a month ago, so say happy birthday to Kate. Look, she's with a piece of cake.
I'm at work here.
Actually at work there. Here you are with Billy Whitelaw. What film are you doing here?
That's Quills, which is a film based on the Marquis de Sade, but it's not all completely erotic, I have to say. It's
but
very,
you do
very
get
funny
whipped
as well.
by a cat of nine tails.
I did get whipped, but that was not,
I know Jamie's excited about that.
Not in the name of porn, I have to say. So yes, I did get whipped with a cat of nine tails.
Looking a bit dodgy there, Kate.
Bit dodgy there. With
Good
my
makeup job.
My mate, that's the girl that did the makeup. She's called Kate as well, my mate Kate Lee.
Excellent. Okay, well, good luck with that. And I know you're going to be producing your own film next year as well.
I am producing something next year, all a bit exciting.
She's only 24. It's unbelievable, isn't it? You're a cool lady. I think we've got time for one question from the audience. Anyone here got a question? Hello, you're a bit young to be in here. What's your name, madam?
Hannah.
Hannah, what's your question for Kate then?
Have you ever seen Leonardo DiCaprio nude?
Do you know? No, I haven't. I haven't. I really haven't. There was one scene which was sort of a love scene, lots of kissing and things in the back of a car, but we were both partially clothed, so I'm afraid I haven't.
There we go. I'm quite relieved that you said that, actually, on the first show. And Kate, you're a very cool woman. Will you stick around for the rest of the show?
Certainly.
We love you. Kate Winslet.